And let's start with this.
So you're talking to a new guy and he asks you, so what is it that you look for in a guy? Like, what kind of qualities do you like in a man? Let me tell you why you should never answer that question up front. First of all, the only reason a guy's going to ask you that question is so that he can find the fastest way to get you hooked. Because if he knows what you want, he's just going to be that person. Even if that's not an accurate reflection of who he really is, he's going to put up that front because he knows that's what you want. So rather than give him a literal cheat sheet on how to manipulate you, I'm going to tell you how you're going to answer that question. You're going to tell him, how about you show me who you are, and then I'll let you know if you're the kind of guy I'm looking for. That way, he'll take you seriously because he knows you're not easily manipulated, and you're going to save yourself a lot of time because you're going to know within a few weeks whether or not that man passes your vibe check. Stay woke.
Okay, to begin with, she's wearing way too much makeup. I felt like I was watching that scene. It was that scene in The Joker where he's putting the clown paint on. I felt like I was watching that scene. Only there's a lot better life advice to be found in The Joker than in that video. Notice something about this girl and the tips she's giving. She is perfectly okay with the idea of dating a guy who will manipulate you. She wants you to stay one step ahead of the game and manipulate him instead. So this is a competition of people manipulating each other. It's kind of a zero-sum competitive sort of approach to the male-female relationship that has made it so that people like the girl in the video will probably be alone and unhappy forever because that's the way they approach male-female relationships. Listen, if you suspect that you're with a guy who you can't be honest with because he'll manipulate you with the information you give him about yourself, then just dump him.
Oh yes, TikTok is basically what cancer is to the human body, but of social media. Literally, if people use TikTok, I don't want to associate them with them because they are just these trend-following losers. TikTok people are literally people who I don't want anything to do with because they are the losers of the world. These are generally younger people too, anyways, so I guess that makes sense why they'd be so stupid as well. But there are these older people too, and they're just stupid. Like, I've never seen a clusterfuck of so many stupid people all in one specific area before. TikTok is that area. Anyways, that all aside, her approach is exactly what I would expect out of a feminist and a gynocentric nowadays female. It's all about competition. It's all about being the dominant gender. It's all about, you know, beating people to the first punch. That's literally what they've made this into nowadays. That's why dating sucks. This is exactly the attitude that has ruined any bit of romance in this world. This is why there is this hookup culture, because of females like that, where they make it into a competition, where they make it into not trust anyone, and because they're so bitter and so angry and so misandrous. It's like, if you hate men so much, if you distrust men so much, then don't fucking date men. Be a fucking lesbian or something. Because when people ask that question, they're not trying to camouflage themselves and pretend to be that person. What she's doing is called projection. She's projecting her own insecurities and hate onto other people and trying to claim it as advice, when it's the furthest thing from advice. All she's doing is projecting all that insecurity onto her audience and anyone who watches it. Nothing more, nothing less. She's letting all of us know that she's insecure, she's hateful, misandrous, and literally is the most mistrusting person there is out there. Obviously somebody hurt her, and now she's out to put those walls up and defend herself from everything because she can't stand the thought of being hurt again, apparently, even though I'm sure it was something juvenile. And then again, with her presentation on how she's putting out this info, full of arrogance, full of herself to a narcissistic degree. Oh, I'm doing makeup casually while putting this information out. Like, get over yourself. God, TikTokers are so fucking cancerously toxic. The most narcissistic, arrogant, ignorant full of themselves. People that I've ever could have imagined on that platform. All of them. Arrogant and prideful and narcissistic are the three top things that come to mind when I watch these fucking TikTok videos. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, again, yeah, simple logic will destroy her advice. When I ask that question, I'm trying to figure out if she's my type, if we will vibe. Because as usual, feminists and today's ignorant females will try to clump all men into one group and say, all men are this, all men do that. No, good quality males like myself do not do that. We do not try to camouflage ourselves and ask deceiving questions so we can further deceive you. No, if I ask that question, I genuinely want to know those things that you like in men are applicable to me, then great. If not, well, I guess we just won't work out then. And I will let that female know right there and then, look, you seem like a good person and you know what you want, you know what you like, but unfortunately that's not the type of person I am. We have different interests, so on and so forth. And I'll let her know that, and I'll be civil about it too. Even if she's a feminist and she says, oh, I'm a feminist and I'm looking for a male feminist, I'll be like, well, that's really cool, and I appreciate your honesty, but I'm not a male feminist. I do not subscribe to that belief. And I wish you the best in your ventures. You know, that's the type of guy I am. Because I'm not a piece of shit human being. But, like most nowadays females, like her, for instance, she'll never date a person like myself. No, she's only going to go for the abusive douchebag assholes in the world. Henceforth, why she's got that toxic attitude. She only does it to herself, but she'll never admit that. Females can't take accountability for themselves, much less take responsibility for the men that they choose over the quality men. So it's just something that I would expect out of someone like her, to have this stupid, ignorant, arrogant mind frame of she knows better than everybody else and so on and so forth. So I'll just leave it at that. Until next time.
Head for the hills.
Bye-bye.
That's the ultimate red flag right there. If you have to worry about being manipulated, it's the wrong person. And if you think that every guy is going to manipulate you, then you yourself are not fit to be dating because of this. This is the way that you're going into it. This is how you see men. The truth is that plenty of men out there would ask the question about what you're looking for in a man because they actually want to know, and because they want to know if they're the right fit for you, and they also want to know if you're the right fit for them. It's not less honesty up front, it's more.
Tell her the truth.
Get it all out on the table up front right away. You should be totally clear, both of you, about what you're looking for, what your values are, etc. That's what you should actually do. And you can take my advice, even though I wasn't putting on makeup as I gave it.